Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Thomas Jefferson said, "If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done." Benjamin Franklin said, "Without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning." Basically, get off your duff, get to working, you've got dreams, you've got goals, you've got to do what it takes to get them. Like, subscribe, comment, show what your opinion is. Let me know if you like what you've seen. And I thank you for your support. Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, Redneck Thinker. If you want to contact me via social media, or if you want to help me out via my Patreon, a link to my Linktree is down below. So, I thought this topic would get much more coverage than it has. There's a lot of information in this report that should be covered, but it isn't. So, what this report is, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement cannot monitor all unaccompanied migrant children released from DHS and U.S. Department of Health and Human Services custody. This is from the DHS Inspector General. The numbers that it lists are disturbing, and it also shows a little bit about what the difference is between the Trump administration and the Biden-Harris administration. And I'm going to go into it. We're going to cover exactly that. So hang on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so let's take a look at one of the first numbers on here. Unaccompanied children transferred to ORR, which is refugee folks, from fiscal years 2019 to 2023. So 2019-2020 was Donald Trump in the presidency. UCs, 2019, 67,987. 2020, 15,128. Okay, 65,000 is a little steep. Actually, they're all a little steep that these kids were forced into this. But Biden and Harris get in office. 2021, 120,859. Fiscal year 2022, 127,057. Fiscal year 2023, 117,789. So, look who was getting the most of these kids that were forced into this. That's a total for all those years, 448,820. Be a little difficult to keep track of all them kids. Would have been a whole lot easier if it was still the Trump numbers, where he was showing, no, we don't want them, and he was finding ways to keep them out of the country. So those numbers should be talked about, but they're not. I haven't heard anybody talking about these numbers. Okay, I wanted to find a picture of, or a bar graph or something that would show you what this looked like, but on the internet, I couldn't find something that would actually give a proper bar graph or anything like that, and I don't know how to do all that by myself. But now we're going to talk about how many they couldn't keep track of. This is another interesting thing. Okay, however, ICE was not able to account for all the location of all UCs, unaccompanied children, who were released by HHS and did not appear as scheduled in immigration court. ICE reported more than 32,000 UCs failed to appear for their immigration court hearings from fiscal years 2019 to 2023. More than 32,000. Now, additionally, even though the HHS is responsible for the care and custody of UCs, ICE did not always inform HHS's Office of Refugee Resettlement, that is the ORR, when UCs failed to appear in immigration court after release from HHS custody. ICE enforcement and removal operation officers at only one of the 8 field offices we visited stated they attempted to locate the UCs. ICE also did not serve a notice to appear on all UCs after release from HHS custody who warranted placement in removal proceedings under 8 U.S. Code Section 1229A. As of May 2024, ICE had not served NTAs on more than 291,000 UCs who therefore do not yet have an immigration court date. Look at these numbers. 291,000 UCs that they haven't even given a notice to appear. They can't track another 32,000. Look at where these children are going. Look at where these children are being found. The females are being used, actually some of the young boys as well, are being used for prostitution or forced child labor. But hey, they can't keep track of them. Not their problem. Now, Schumer saved Mayorkas from his impeachment trial. I think that was Schumer playing dirty politics. That's exactly what it was. It was dirty politics. Mayorkas is a criminal. Through negligence, everything that has happened bad. And then you have to take in Kamala Harris, the border czar. She was in charge through much of this. She should have been making a way to get this fixed. But of course she wouldn't, because she doesn't know how to actually do anything. Well, she does, but we're not going to go into that right now. So, these children are unaccounted for. A lot of children are unaccounted for. How many of these kids are being forced to do labor? How many of these kids are being forced to do things of an intimate nature that no kid should be forced to do? These kids should be getting some kind of education. These kids should be getting some kind of care. But instead, they're being used as political pawns by people who should not have that ability. This is something for you to think about. I don't care what your political persuasion is. You should be sickened by this. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day, because I know a lot of these kids are not. Bye. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.